Hello parents and carers. My name is Mr. Brendan, and this short presentation will discuss some of the new literacies you may witness your child doing in not only our class but in classrooms across Australia. First off the bat, we'll discuss any concerns there might be with traditional forms of literacies comparing to the new literacies. After that, we'll run through some advice for supporting new literacies at home. And finally, we'll introduce some ideas that can create learning opportunities for not just your children, but everyone involved. Let's think about what primary school was like when we attended. Think about the layout of the room, the posters on the walls, and now really think about the technology in the room. When I think back to my schooling, there wasn't a great deal of technology. Now let's think about the modern day classroom and how it looks. That's right, a whole lot more technology. Computers, iPads, smartboards, and don't forget the internet. These are massive changes. That is where we start to see new literacies such as blogs, digital stories, podcasts, and video sites come to the front in terms of students' interactions. It is these new literacies which we must embrace. An issue that comes up is that by children learning through the internet and screens, they are not learning the fundamentals of literacy. Is that true? I don't believe so. The fundamentals of literacy, such as reading, writing, and comprehension, will always be the backbone. Let's look at a blog, for example. A blog is a piece of writing which can be posted on the internet for other people to read and express a view, an opinion, or even simple recount of an event. In order to participate in writing a blog, an individual must have the fundamental skills of reading, writing, and comprehension. These skills are not only valuable for written pieces, but they transfer onto other modes such as videos and audio. It is the critical thinking which students have to ensure they are comprehending what they are watching. Video sharing platforms such as YouTube is great for students to discover new information due to the fact it can really drive up engagement and pushes their higher order critical thinking in terms of processing information. While it is important that your children develop their skills of working with new literacies at school, it is just as important that they continue to develop their literacy abilities at home. This can be done by creating a literacy-rich environment, having magazines and newspapers out, and encourage your kids not only to read them, but discuss what they have read. When reading magazines and newspapers, they are exposed to multimodal text, which requires the students to use a higher order level of thinking, due to the fact there is more than one mode of information they have to decipher. Another way of supporting the students at home is to encourage them to seek out information for themselves. For example, if your child is asking how to bake a cake, this is a great opportunity for them to hop on a computer and have a search on how to do that. This is where they'll be able to search online recipes and even watch YouTube tutorials on how to make one. The great part of your child looking for the information themselves is that they'll have to analyse the information they are viewing and make informed decisions as to whether the information they are viewing is correct or if it will be of any use to them. Now, as we touched on earlier, students all over Australia are interacting with new literacies in the classroom, but it's also just as important for them to be using them at home as well. It can be a great activity to get the whole family involved in new literacies, and by creating a fun activity for everyone, it is beneficial for not only kids, but parents as well. An example of a great family activity can be a garden project. While it might start out in the garden with dirty hands, it'll continue inside on many different levels. Your family can create a blog based on the progress of your flowers and veggies. Written diary entries and progress pictures are a great example of multimodal source, which is a common feature in new literacies. Even if you decide to make a short video describing the garden and what plants you have in it and what jobs you're doing in the upcoming days is an exciting and engaging way. Even creating your own YouTube channel and uploading video journals of the garden progress. There's just so many ways of embracing digital literacies, and let's be honest, it's fun for everyone involved.